started, that we were thinking about doing just the eyes, getting our eyes done, doing the sliver procedure. And so I started looking at websites, and I came across, obviously there's a few in the Albany area, and I came across the Williams Center. And what I liked about it was, first, Dr. Williams and I went to the same medical school, so that kind of, I knew, he had given a good medical training. But then what really, is the fact that he just does faces, and he teaches, so good surgeons teach good surgeons. And the fact that he had fellows, and it wasn't just about him having a business, it was about teaching other plastic surgeons. And if you have a teacher, you're going to have a good surgeon. And then when we called and made an appointment, it was just like right from the beginning, it's always that first phone call because you're a little bit, nervous. We were so comfortable,
and the reception was wonderful, and I ended up actually calling after she did. She said she called, and I said, I'll call and make an appointment, and then there was a cancellation. And I zipped down that day. 2 hours later I was here. But, the reception, people I talked to, very friendly. But when I got here and met Dr. Williams, I had a sense that he was a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. I just got that feeling. I got the feeling about the whole practice, about everybody's demeanor, that everybody was friendly and they liked. You could tell that they really liked working here, and so I really didn't think too much about it. I didn't know what questions to ask. Really. I do remember saying initially I thought I might stay with my son, and we have 2 young daughters, and then I thought, well, maybe I won't because they'll climb all over me and stuff. And he said, yeah, and we didn't want to put this part, but he said, yes, and it, we don't want to scare them either. And then we kept going, and I said, okay, well, let's go back to the part, and why would I scare them? And he said, well, there's some bruising, and there is. There's definitely, bruising and swelling, and you definitely, you don't look too good, at the very beginning. But you know what? I was never anxious about it. I was never worried.
Right.
We came down together and spent 4 days in the hotel down the road. I went first, so she took care of me, and then she went 2 days later. I took care of her. We went home, and then we would drive back for, the suture removal and stuff. And it was surprising how fast it went.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, to think that within 2 weeks I was comfortable going out.
Right, absolutely.
And and like 2 days after you have it done, you're thinking, oh boy, it's going to take long. It still didn't bother, and it didn't bother me. We told people when we were coming down we were going to have our eyes done. I just didn't want any flack about what I was doing, because people said it's so out of character for you to do this. But I was tired of looking that old. Mm-hmm. That was the bottom line. I was tired of my neck, and I thought, well, I'm going to do it. And as soon as I did it, frankly, I didn't have a problem telling anybody.
Right.
And it's like, if this can make me feel this much better about myself, anybody should do it. They really should. It made a huge difference.
Yeah. So my daughter-in-law, all of a sudden I told, she was, first of all, she was amazed and she couldn't stop staring. And then she said, well, she had twins. She goes, well, I need a tummy tuck. Yeah. And she goes, I'm going to do it now because you did it, Yeah. So it empowers other people too.
Yeah.
And I think what I love too is that he just makes it look so natural. That's the key.
Yeah. And I'll tell you the story again about my friend who saw me and said, could not put her finger on, and this was 5 weeks after, could not put her finger on what the difference was. She just kept saying, you look great. You look so well rested. So finally, I said, Sue, I just had a facelift. She's like, oh my God, let me see. And decades, she had a lot of sun damage, and she had a chemical. And I'll tell you, what I saw her go through, I said, this isn't for sissies. I'll say that. You know, there's a recovery period. But I said it's probably 1/10 of what you went through with that chemical peel that I saw her go through.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That was how many years ago?
Oh, it was probably 25, 30 years ago.
She had the chemical
A
peel.
lot of sun damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what made you guys do it together? Like, what is it? Now, how long have you
because
guys been
we
friends?
knew- we've been friends for 11 years.
Yeah.
That was the plan all along.
Yeah.
Is that we would come down together.
Yeah.
We literally said we want our surgeries close together. We'll
Yeah.
wait if we have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Because we knew that we should stay here.
Yeah.
For the post-op.
We got a room with the kitchenette and we went and we got food and we watched movies and and we made a little
Our
mini
ice-
vacation out of it. We packed ice, you know.
That is so
and-
cute.
Right,
Oh my
right,
God.
and that's key too. is
Monique,
doing-
I'll talk to you in like 20 years.
Yeah, I know, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So, and that's the key too, is, a lot of good post-op instructions, the icing is so key.
Yeah.
And we did it, we made sure
Yeah.
that we were
And the
icing.
staff, I can't,
The
I
staff.
cannot say enough about the staff. I cannot say enough about, coming in that morning to have it done and just feeling so comfortable.
And excited, you're kind of excited.
And it should be exciting, right? I
Yeah.
mean, this is an exciting thing.
But,
Yeah.
but I think that was something else, is that every person that we have come in contact with at the Williams Center
Yeah.
has just been delightful. You've just got a great staff, and that just makes it all come together. That's what makes the Williams Center so, with such great reputation, and makes it work and sets it apart from other places.
Well,
Thank
she,
you.
because I followed her recommendation, because she's a doctor and, researched it and everything, but it was coming down for the consultation that really
Yeah.
pushed it for me, so
Absolutely.
And how do you guys feel now afterwards?
Wow. It's hard to describe. I mean, it's a, it was a boost that I really needed, and I feel, I still have, fluid and stuff, but it's only been, is it 6 weeks?
5 weeks?
It was the 3rd, it was August 3rd.
And I was the 5th. Yeah, it's almost 6 weeks.
So, just like a whole new lease on me. You just feel better about yourself.
Absolutely.
You guys
Absolutely.
look the way you act. I want you to feel like you do.